Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist 1, 2, and all in between. This is for the absolute positive, good God and truth of your lives, only crossing infinitely bigger and better, alive and well forever. I learned a long time ago, right, that if it's out of your hands, it's in God's. You can't live in dread, you can't live in fear, and you can't live in any kind of way that will have you less than what you should always be, more positive than all that negative stuff. Listen to me. Negativity is the state that all in body of atom matter evolved is in a state of decay and disintegration, static, twisted, scattered, blind, and undefined with their matter. And that's only to be more positive than that. Anywhere creation of existence, the matter of something is stated more positive than negative, it's stated good as truth. And it's the only way you can add up, stay, or be good as truth, and it's the only absolute bigger, better energy applied to matter than all negativity. To crisscross negative with negativity, you can only do it through faith, because all else is only crossing more positive than that negative always good as truth. And when you crisscross negative with negativity through your faith, right, it's the he shafting devil, the incarnated out devil of every blind fool who ever did it. See? When you crisscross negative with negativity, right, that's the devilish hells of all people, places, and things. And it states that things in your life are crossing bad, evil, and sinful. And when you state that things are bad, evil, and sinful without bringing the negative articulation of them back more to a positive and lighter state, because you know what your enemy is always, and it's never the other fool being blindsided negatively, it's only the negativity of them, right? When you learn to bring that back more positive always, it will always state you good as truth. It's a bigger, better energy to matter than all negativity. See, you can't suffer out of existence, decay, disintegrate, or die of being more positive than negative. And if you don't know that, right, you're only always negative of it with the faith of you at any time, crisscrossing, static, twisted, scattered, blind, and undefined to what is good as truth, only crossing more positive always than a negative way. Anywhere on the earth, it's stated by mankind, and it's not stated more positive than negative. It's just negative of it, and it's the neutral of nothing. And it's the absolute bigger and better of nothing. Anything in a state of negativity is in a state of radioactive decay and disintegration, crisscrossing, static, twisted, scattered, blind, and undefined, to be more positive with their matter, good as truth. Back to one, nothing of them here and now, just dust to wind at the beginning again, infinitely negative with the devilish hells of them, from life to death. But once you know to always bring all you are back to a more positive way, right, you'll always be good. That will always be the truth. It doesn't mean you won't get blindsided with negativity and you won't feel static, twisted, scattered, blind, or undefined about it. It just means that when you're done acting a fool over it, right, you know the absolute solution to your problem, to find something more positive than that from the inside out, to state you good at 360 degrees, until the bigger and better the negativity subtracts to one, nothing, to you only adding up more positive, good as truth, than that negative way. See, negativity is a blind side in all people, places, and things. Nobody sees it coming. Even the most foolish person negatively, right, is only blindsided to what they're doing and how they are if they can't acknowledge that negativity for what it is, see? And in reality, because they can't acknowledge it, right, they state that the world is bad, evil, and sinful. And it is a crapshoot on whether they'll come out of that negativity more positive or not through their faith. See, That's the thing about faith. It has no absolute good truth. So if you don't know to be more positive than negative is the only absolute good truth of your shape, form, mass, the only cross bigger and better here and now, alive and well. Like, there's no better way for you to be. There's no more powerful way you can produce the negativity, right? And you call it bad, evil, simple. It's because you live in a faithfully diluted reality check. Again, the state of one more positive than negative is the only light, joy, warmth, good God or truth, holy with spirit, all of all will ever know or be. It's the only state that all of all in body of atom matter evolved is stated good to the truth of God, their shape, form, and mass, only crossing to an absolute bigger, better here and now of reality check with the buildings, trees, you, me, every body of everything, creation applied one to the here and now existence of all, God, truth, reality check. Jesus was a man. Jesus Christ was a man who was only one more positive than all negativity. The faithful of his time tried to put him on the cross and crucify him, but he was good. That was the truth, okay? You try and crucify somebody more positive than negative with all their example and all they are and all they want to be. That's an absolute negative of you in reality check, right? And the thief understood that, and he bonded more positive than anything negative between him and that fool, hanging himself out to one neutral nothing negatively with his faith, and all those fools that put him up there, and they stole their lives back. The thief was the one who rode back to the tomb, told Mary he went that rightful, truthful way, alive and well, and she kissed him and called him an angel. This is how this story went. If you plug a plug into the wall, the positive better outweigh anything negative about that plug, or you could burn your house down and won't have enough energy to sustain. But as long as that positive energy, right, outweighs anything negative about the matter of that plug, right, your house is good. And there's zero chance that you won't have enough energy to sustain, or your house will burn down on you from it. You're half male and you're half female. Only cross more male with energy than female with your matter of negativity, okay? If you do, there's zero chance you can burn out for it, right? Or won't have enough energy for your shape, form, and mass to sustain infinitely. You are made of indestructible atoms that are only here and now, more positive than anything negative about them, right? To have you expressed here and now, good as the truth of God of your shape, form, and mass. These atoms only bond more positive than anything negative that would not have you here and now, good as the truth of your shape, form, and mass. The world that's cradling you through the holy universe of it is only here and now, more positive than anything negative that would not have you in it here and now, good as the truth of God of it. The sun that shines every day so you can wake up and live life, right? Good as truth, only does it more positive than anything negative about it. And if you only stay stated that way, preset that way, right? It's the only way you can add up, stay, and be good as truth, lasting as a fact of God check of you, good as the truth of God of you, as the absolute bigger, better reality check of the life of Jesus Christ, and the thieving Holy Spirit out, more positive, man, than a negative one I always am. See, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, but you don't have to have good intentions to know to do more positive than negative. That states that in reality check, right, you are not going to settle, right, with dysfunction. You're not going to settle for things not feeling good to you as truth. You're always going to do more positive for yourself and the world around you than anything negative about you. And if you do, you'll always be good. That's the truth. And if you ever have a problem, right, with dealing with that, like you feel like that's coming up short for you, tell yourself you're crazy. Go do something more positive. What's not in your hands is in God's hands. You're good. That's the truth. To be more positive than negative is the only state all prayers are answered in, all dreams come true in, all miracles happen in. It's the only heavenly abode or paradise you will ever know or be in. And that is a fact of God check from the full thief man, God King, 3 times male, triple male, Adam man evolved, the King Adamus evolved, of all, God, truth, reality check, I am. All facts are only established good as truth, more positive than anything negative about them, right? That is the God of the facts. That is the good truth of God of the facts. And that is the holy binding spirit of God of all I am, right? Holding these facts together. And that is God, truth, a reality check. Again, from the full thief man, God, King Adamus of all, God, truth, reality check, creation of existence. I am. Peace.